What's going on, guys? If you're new to the channel, my name's Caleb Srackangast. This is Buffalo Creek Outdoors. I'm back up here at Grafton Archery, bringing you another bow review today. This is the brand new Hoyt Alpha AX-2 29. Let's jump on into it. All right, so if you're new to the channel, I have a 12-point grading criteria scale that gives the bows a chance to score up to 100 points. I do that so that there's a hard point system for you guys to be able to go back and forth to my videos and kind of judge what I said and how these bows actually score out without using all of just my opinion. So that score sheet is available in the description below. You can go there, go to that link. It'll bring this score sheet up and you can actually go over the sheet on this bow if you do choose to do that. So for specs, this bow is rated at 340 feet a second. 25 inches on the draw all the way up to 30 inches on the draw, 40 to 80 pound limbs in 10-pound increments, quarter-inch draw length adjustments, they're saying that these bows are roughly a quarter-pound lighter than last year's bows, and I can tell you just from the feel, without actually putting a scale to both bows, just going off the numbers, it matches up. The feel of the bow, you can actually, without even putting a scale to it, tell a little bit of a difference in the weight in your hand. With that being said, I did put a scale to this bow. I didn't get it on video, but it was within 1/10 of a pound of what Hoyt said it weighs. So just a FYI there. That's pretty much it on specs. You're gonna have the HBX 4 cam, brand new cam from Hoyt. Very nice cam system, but they did go back to a split yoke system and they went to 1-inch draw length adjustments. So you're gonna have 5 different mods for this bow. You do have a adjustability of the let off from 75 to 85%, all on the same module, as well as a hard and very hard back wall setting on the module itself. So that's very nice there. They took some more weight out of the riser. They did redesign the limb angle and shorten the limbs. It's going to have the same grip. Like, once again, I'm not the biggest fan of their grips, but it does have the same grip as last year. That's pretty much it as far as specs go. A little bit different shorty stabilizer, but let's jump on into the score sheet, and then at the end of the video, I'll give you kind of a synopsis of what I think and if this bow might fit your needs. So like I said, 29.5 inches axle to axle. Add that to a 26-inch riser. Add that to a 6 3/8 inch brace height, subtract that by a 2 1/8 inch reflex on this bow. Not the worst, but definitely not the best. A lot of times, a lot of guys recommend being under that 2. The Hoyts just don't really get there. But if you believe that's an issue, you know, keep that in mind. And if you don't, a lot of guys don't think it really matters. I think it matters to a point, but I think a lot of guys don't shoot their bows enough to really notice. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, that totals up to 59 3/4, giving this bow a 5 out of 10 points for shootability. The platform is small and all the measurements don't really lean themselves to being the most shootable platform. However, it does shoot really well, and I think it'll fit a niche in most guys' game. For tunability, out of 10 points, this bow scored a 7 on tunability, just like the other Hoyts, because it has the same tunability features as the other Hoyts. You can only adjust your cams left and right. With the spacer systems, same spacer system as last year, but you do have to put the bow in a press, pull the axles out, and do that to adjust it. So you get a 1 out of 2. Limb pockets have no adjustability or lockdown, so a 0 there. Draw length is adjustable in 1/4 inch increments. So I give you a 2 there. That's very nice for guys like myself that shoot can shoot an in-between draw length very well, but can't quite make it to that half or feel short at the other half. So 2 there. The grip is decent. It's not great in my opinion. And the adjustable grip or different grip options do not come from Hoyt, so I give you a 1 there. Let off is adjustable on the mod, 75 to 85%, 75, 80, and 85%. So I give you a 2 there. Timing is only adjustable by putting the bow in a press, taking cables, twisting strings, stuff like that. So you get a 1 there. String and cables are changeable only by putting the bow in a press. You get a 1 there. It does still have the pick mount machined into the front of the riser and the dovetail mount on the back of the riser for your integrated rests. So you get 2 and 2 there. Total of 12, giving you a total of 7 points out of 10. While the Hoyt does not have any of the extravagant tuning features as a lot of the other bows do, it is tunable. It's just a little bit more of a hassle if you don't have the equipment, bow press, things like that. You may have to bring it to a shop to do that. So you can't just do it by adjusting a screw here and there to adjust it. So just keep that in mind. Draw cycle, I give this bow an 8 out of a 10. It's very smooth, but a 70-pound bow feels like 70 pounds. Whereas last year, compared to other bows, a 70-pound bow felt like 65 pounds. So it is slightly different, but it's extremely smooth. And to me, feels a lot, very, very, very similar to the Matthews draw cycle on the Lift X's. Let down, 7 out of 10. This bow is a little bit harder to let down. I think it's just more so of that harsh string angle and just the fact that I would say it's a shorter bow. Something about that does seem to make a difference. I don't know exactly how that all works together as far as the science behind it, but the longer bows with the same cam system seem easier to let down than the shorter bows with the same cam system. So that's just things that I'm kind of seeing as I shoot these bows. So I gave it a 7 out of 10 for let down. It's not horrible by any means. It's still easy enough to let down to be a very perfect hunting bow. I do think if I were to shoot this bow, I would shoot it at 80% let off. Once again, because several of the states that I hunt in require that, 80% or less. But also to the fact that it allows me to maintain more tension on the string without allowing myself to get relaxed. Because if I get relaxed, it wants to pull away from me. But it makes me stay more maintained into my draw form. As well as it makes it slightly easier to let the bow down. So that's just a tip right there.
What's up, guys? Appreciate you watching the video so far. Hopefully you're getting something out of it. My wife and I really appreciate you supporting our channel. Hopefully you can swing by the website and check out the new merchandise. Got a few new hats. This is one of them. And yeah, support the channel if you enjoy what you're watching. It really helps us continue to do what we're doing. So appreciate it. Now back to the video.
For back wall, phenomenal back wall, super solid. 10 out of 10 on back wall. Noise, this is a really quiet bow, one of the quieter bows that I shot this year, so I gave it a 4 out of 5. Vibration, there is zero vibration, very little vibration. There's never zero, but very little vibration. 5 out of 5 for vibration. Speeds, this is where this bow really started to shine. So at 27-inch draw and 30-inch draw, I shot the same arrows, 70 pounds on the dot, on the draw weight, 350 grain arrow, 425 grain arrow, 513 grain arrow. All of this was shot with a whisker biscuit, so you can add about 3 feet a second to every number that I give you. So 350 grain arrow, 27 inches, I shot 299.4, so 303.4 or 302.4. 425 grain arrow, I shot 276.1, so 279.1. 513 grain arrow, I shot 252.9, so 255.9. Moving up to 30 inches on the draw, I shot 331.9, so 334.9 with a 350 grain arrow. 425 grain arrow, I shot 305.3, so 308.3. And then 513 grain arrow, I shot 280.1. So 283.1 there. And that gives you a 9.5 out of 10. This bow and the RX-9 shot almost identical speeds in every category. Just keep that in mind. Very fast, shot almost exactly what Hoyt said it should shoot. So kudos there to them for being honest on that. Balance, this bow balances extremely well. It holds really well in my hand, a 5 out of 5 there. 4 out of 5 for integrated accessories. You got the pick mount, the dovetail mount in the back, no integrated stabilizer, but you do have a decent or really nice sidebar mount, as well as 2 available holes for a stabilizer in the front. And then for your quivers on the side, the quivers that Hoyt build are really, really nice quivers. And then you have the Go Sticks 2.0 for your limb legs or for your bow stand. So you get a 4 out of 5. And then price. This bow is very competitive on price for the other bows in this category. And you're in that in between that $1,200 and $1,500 price. I think it's closer to that $1,400 price, somewhere in there. I think I'm right on that. Give these guys up at Grafton a call at 704-855-1300 if you're interested in pricing on this bow. But that gives it a 5 out of 10 on price, giving this bow a total score of 77 out of 100 points. So is this bow the bow for you? Grip is decent, back wall's great, valley's great, draw cycle's very smooth, quiet, very little to no vibration. Shorter axle to axle bow that I think would be great for saddle hunters, great for turkey hunters, great for the whitetail hunters that like a shorter axle to axle bow, want to keep your shots in a little bit closer. I think this bow is great. I don't know that this bow would necessarily be my first choice for going out west. But that's just me. There's a lot of guys that shoot a shorter bow out there and they really love it. I'm shooting last year's lift in 29.5 inches, and I would be very comfortable taking that bow out west. And this bow is not a whole lot different than that. So even though I say it wouldn't be my first choice, it would still probably be a great choice. Anyways, guys, great bow. I like this bow. I enjoyed shooting this bow. It is one of my favorite bows so far that I've shot this year. So take that for what it's worth. Come shoot this bow for yourself. Don't go just purely off of what I say or what anybody says on these bow reviews. Today's verse of the day is coming to you out of Matthew. This is Matthew 6:21 out of the King James Version. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. A way that we could look at this verse in today's mindset is where you spend your money is probably where your heart is. So if you're spending all your money on a car, your heart is in that car. Your heart is towards that car. If you're like us or like me in particular, you're spending a lot of your money in hunting, your heart is in hunting. My passion is in hunting. It's hard not to get into something when you're passionate about it. It's hard not to let that engulf your life, but don't let anything take more priority in your life than having God and having that relationship with God in your life. Make that your number one priority, and everything else that you're meant to do in life, you'll flourish, I promise. So keep that in mind, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Please hit these guys up at Grafton Archery. Check out their website. It's linked down below. Check out my website if you're interested in hats or t-shirts or supporting my channel. That really, really helps, guys. I really want to continue to bring all this stuff to you. And you guys supporting the channel really helps me do that. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. Remember to live your life to the fullest and use your passions to bless others. We'll catch you on the next video.